What's up, Math 8? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're looking at Lesson 8.3, Volume of Prisms. You should also have some notes to fill out today, so make sure you have your notes with you ready to go. And our main objective is to find the volume of prisms. Today we're going to focus on two prisms. So the first one we're going to focus on is a triangular prism. And how you do that is you find half of length times width times height, which is the area of the base. So the big thing is making sure you're knowing where the area of the base is. So a triangular prism is a prism whose base is a triangle. That's your first thing you're filling in your notes. Once you've got that, you can go ahead and unpause the video and keep going. So we're going to find the volume of each figure. I'm going to do the first two, and then I'm going to get you to try the next two on your own, okay? The key thing here is to making sure you're understanding what is the base. So the base is always going to be found with that right angle, and it's a triangle. And remember, we're only using the things that are touching the right angle at the same time. So that would be a 4 and a 3. So those are my numbers I need to use for sure. And then my next one is just the number that connects those two triangles. So 4 times 3 times 5, and then I'm going to divide all that by 2. So that is your length, your width, and then your height, okay? When I get 4 times 3 times 5, that's 60, and then 60 divided by 2 is going to give me my 30 cubic centimeters, okay? By now, hopefully you're starting to see what you can connect with. So here again is your right angle, which means it's matching these two numbers up at top as well. So that's 3 times 4. The next number you need to use is this number 3. This is considered your height because it's connecting your two bases. So we have triangle to triangle. What is making that connection in between? Then we'll divide by 2. So 3 times 4 times 3 is 36. And then 36 divided by 2 is 18 inches cubed. Okay? Here's where I'm going to have you try these. So go ahead and pause this video now. Excuse the bell. When you're done, go ahead and click play to see what your answers are. So for number 3, again, I'm looking for that right angle. And again, I'm going to go ahead and connect the other triangle up top. So my right angle is touching the 4 and the 3. And the thing that's in between the right angle is the number 10. So I'm going to multiply by 10. So that means 5 is a distractor. I do not need the number 5. Once I'm done, I'm going to divide everything by 2. I know 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 times 10 is 120. Then 120 divided by 2 is 60 cubic inches. Okay? Next, again, I'm looking for that right angle. It's touching this line and this line. So that's matching this 9 and then that dotted up here. So that's 5.2 and 9. And then from triangle to triangle, I'm going to use this 5 because that's in between the two triangles. So 6 and 8 are distractors. So times by 5 and then divide everything by 2. So here we go. 5.2 times 9 times 5 is 234. And then 234 divided by 2 is 117 cubic centimeters. Okay? Now that's going to conclude our triangular prisms. Now let's look at some rectangular prisms. You'll probably like this one a little bit better just because rectangular prisms, you don't have to remember divide by 2, and oftentimes you're just given length, width, and height. So I got the harder one out the way first, or find the area of the base times the height. Okay? So just make sure you have this filled in. A rectangular prism, fill in your blank, is a prism whose base is a rectangle. So again, I'm going to start with 5 and 6. You'll try 7 and 8, and then we'll finish up with some more examples. So for number 5, I'm just looking at the base first, which is all these right angles. This is 4 by 4, and then my height is 5. So I'm just doing 4 by 4 by 5. Okay? 4 times 4 times 5 is 80. So number 5's answer is 80 cubic feet. This next one, notice I have a 2 by 3 base where my right angles are, and then it's being connected by that 11. So 2 times 3 times 11. I know 2 times 3 is 6, and then times 11 is 66 cubic centimeters. Now I need you to pause the video, try 7 and 8 on your own, and when you're ready to check, go ahead and click play. All right, so my base looks like it's going to be this 9 by 8 rectangle. And then if you look closely, that 7 is connecting or making that height difference. So I'm going to do 9 times 7 times 8, or 9 times 8 times 7. And that is going to give me 504 cubic feet. Then lastly, for number 8 on this page, I've got a 9 by 4 base. So that's 9 times 4. And then my height is 11. So let's multiply those three. 9 times 4 times 11 is 396 cubic feet. All right, last little bit. These are going to be some trickier, challenging questions. So it says, find the missing dimension of the object. Remember, to find the volume of this rectangular prism, I need to do length times width times height, and that's going to give me volume. I'm already given the volume, which is 288, but I'm missing the height. So that means my length and my width is 6. So first thing I can do is multiply 6 times 6. That's 36. So all I have left is to divide both sides by 36. So 288 divided by 36 would give me height is 8. Okay? Let's go ahead and have you try these. So let's pause the video here, see what you can come up with, and then when you're ready to check it, click play. So yes, all of these are rectangular prisms, so I can solve it by doing length times width times height and give me my volume. The first one, it looks like I'm missing my width, so I'm given the length of 6, don't know the width, W, and height is 4. That is all equal to 120. So the first things I'm going to do, multiply 6 and 4. On this side, I'm going to get 24W equals 120. So my last step would be to divide both sides by 24. So 120 divided by 24 gives me 5 centimeters. Sorry, I forgot to put the measurement there. 8 centimeters. Yep, filling in the blank. Okay, cool. The last one, I'm missing my length. So if I'm looking at my formula, length times width times height is equal to volume. L is what's missing. My W could be 8 and my height can be 7, but volume is already given to me at 560. The first thing I can do is do 8 times 7. That'll give me 56L. Notice that L is in cursive, because if it's not, it looks like the number 1, and we don't want to get confused there. So that's all equal to 560. So my final piece is just dividing both sides by 56. And look at that. 560 divided by 56 will give me 10. So there would my answer be for the last one. Okay? That is going to conclude our lesson on 8.3 volume of prisms. We did triangular and rectangular prisms. I hope this video helped you. Now is the time where we can start our homework. So make sure to come back next time when we look at volume of cylinders. Have a great day.